Welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion. I'm Jools, and this is round 6 of the Prime Season 7 in the Lotus 79. Joining me in the commentary here in the Netherlands is Dom and Bernard, who we found rifling in the bins at the circuit again. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really hoping that Bernard is going to help us out with some of these corner names tonight.
Right now, I hope I can be useful today, so happy to be here with you guys, and let's watch some racing.
Indeed, yes, and you can help us with all these pronunciations. Gareth's not here, by the way, because he lost the trophy that he sent to me, so I sent him back to Africa to get another one.
Sounds fair, to be honest, but yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good.
I'm good indeed, and I bet Nicola is good, because look at that, he is well ahead at the top of the standings there.
Yeah, it's sort of running away with it a little bit, isn't he? Which doesn't seem reasonable considering how fast Dave has been. Like, that doesn't seem a fair representation of the pace between the two
I feel
of them.
Dave had a few incidents, and it seems that Nicola is fighting a different person every week, perhaps, and therefore he's the one out in front. But yeah, top three, Nicola Lee, David Lyne and Gavin Kelly, all to play for behind them. And Teams Championship, NGP powered by Volvo.
No
up
longer
top
the
there.
Safe Driving Academy.
Well, you know, I think we have to say that. I can't remember the full name. Gareth knows it. He's got it written down. He is top. Just one driver scoring points for that team, but then the A team mostly only have one driver scoring for them as well. So that's a fair fight. In the clubbers, we've got Nico Martel out in front because Eric has missed a few races. But basically, him and Martel have carved up all the wins. Nothing for anybody else. Although the consistency of Chris Wight and Chris Forrester still see them in the hunt there. Sorry, you were going to say something, Bernard.
I was going to suggest that Dave and Nicola maybe next season just should be in a split of their own.
Well, depends. I mean, they seem to be very good in the Lotus. We'll have to wait and see what car we've got next season. Whether anybody else might be leaping to the front of the standings.
Well, I mean, if the rumours are true and we're heading towards a potentially slower momentum-based car, Dave and Nick were both pretty fast when we jumped in the turd box of a Kia in silly season that time. So
yeah, Dave was fast in the Skippy. Nick was relatively fast in the USF 2000.
Does the sentence just end at Dave was fast? It's just everything.
Yeah, I
just...
suppose that's silly. He is always fast. But I'd look out for Tua Malaran if we go to a slower car next season. Anyway, practice results. David Lyne top, followed by Nicola Lee and Gavin Kelly. Pretty close there. We have Michael Messenger deciding to come back for a race in the Risky Ram Racing, and he's right up there in 4th. Robert Miller has returned from his F1 duties, a little off the pace, a little rusty. He was admitting he couldn't quite get on the pace of Dave there. And there is Tua Malaran in 6th. Looking back, we've got Clubbers. Fastest is Chris Wight in the McLaren. Sam Stott, not seen him for a long time. He's returned and's in 9th. Who else have we got? We've got Nico Martel in 10th. So yeah, again, it's between Martel and Wight, and Piussi was quite far down there, I saw. So
Stott's having a bit of a identity crisis about what split he should be in, right?
Yeah. I think we let him off, but he thought he was Club 1500, but he signed up for top split. Can forgive him because he hadn't raced any races yet. So who's on pole? Nicola Lee's on pole with David Lyne in 2nd, Michael Messenger 3rd, Gavin Kelly 4th, and Robert Miller 5th. And then for the Club 1500, Wight and Forrester, all McCarrett, front row. Nico Martel and Mannanen 3rd and 4th, and obviously the rest of the positions aren't important because that's gone away now. Who was missing from their grid slot there? It must have been someone taking a penalty. Yeah, good start from Lyne challenging Lee into the first corner, but I think he better over it. And then there's an opportunistic move from Messenger diving up the inside of Lyne there.
What a move!
Good start so far. Taking advantage of Dave's cautiousness, I should say. And it looks like Wight's up into 4th overall there.
Yeah, some really ripper starts there. I don't know which of the wizards, was that Maxwell in blue livery, didn't move off the line. And Malaren, yeah, as mentioned, starting from the pits, saving a penalty, so...
Kelly's a few places down as well, so possibly he had a bad start. So what corner are they in now?
This is, of course, the Bok Bok Bok.
Ah, this is Vodafone Bok.
Ah.
This is... There's
Vodafone, brilliant.
There's one very big problem with this track. Like we have of course turn 1, which is the Tarzan bocht, and I already walked 3 times around the circuit, but I couldn't find the Jane bocht. We need to pick a Jane bocht somewhere.
Well, yeah, we could change one of the names now. I mean, I don't like Vodafone. Get rid of that. I mean, Marlborough, that's got some history. What's Vodafone doing though?
I thought Chris White was pitting.
Anyway, what's going on here? There's a bit of a battle. Stott against Hugavin. Hugavin looks like he's got the inside line. Oh, Stott's gone wide, that's right. Hugavin is through.
Beautiful Wizards livery right there.
Oh, it's, yeah, the yellow and the blue and the white. Did anyone tell him he's not a wizard?
I think he has some problems with the Wizards. I don't know.
Let's see. He's coming back at Hugavin here. There's quite a few people in the pits for some reason. Looks like one of them are Parrots is in, so that bad luck has struck again for Forrester. Also Maxwell is in the pits.
I wonder if Maxwell got collected off the line.
Quite possibly, yeah, he wasn't going very fast.
No, it's not often you see a car
meanwhile, out
stationary.
front, Lee from Messenger, about 7 or 8 tenths of a second, so far it's pretty close.
Not often you see a car stationary on the grid there that doesn't end up getting collected by someone.
I saw that Marin dodged him, but I'm not sure what happened behind.
Sure, obviously he started from the pits, having murdered one of the drivers last week. He's making his way up the field, so he's avoided the carnage.
Oh, speaking of.
Whoa.
Dat is de Arie Luindijk bocht.
That's the in the gravel bocht. Wizard on wizard
Right,
bocht.
Martel shouldn't fight this because these are different splits. Chill makes another position. Yeah, the league found us together. That's the whole reason we have a league, is so that they can race each other, apparently.
Crash into each other.
That does happen more often than not, yeah. I think Kelly's a bit more on brand this week. He's actually got the league's name on the side of the car. Ah, here we go, there's a replay. Obviously this is going to be something significant.
Oh.
Yep. Plenty of wheel spin. And everybody streams past.
It's that horrible sinking feeling, you know straight away whether it's a good or bad start, and obviously by that point there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
Oh,
and that's what happened. So Maxwell was a bit slow, and Forrester went to go around him, and Maxwell got a bit of a slide on. And that also got Mark Zeff in the Durex mobile.
is this Mark's first week in the Lotus? I feel like I've not seen that livery before.
I shall tell you, he was around earlier in the season, but maybe he's got a new livery.
That one must have
He
passed
used to
him by.
use the famous Alfa Romeo McLaren debate livery,
Oh, yeah,
right?
you're right. Yeah. Winslade is getting the attentions of Malaren here.
Yeah, Kelly's pulled away from there.
Pretty difficult to pass here, isn't it? But looks like just straight through.
No quarter asked or given.
Bullying Winslade out of the way. Like to see that. Meanwhile, Messenger is not letting Lee get away at front, is he? So you've been to this track a few times?
Yeah, I live very nearby. I own half of Amsterdam, so it's really just more or less my garden.
Very good. What cars have you watched around here? Obviously not the Lotus 79.
Oh, back in the days when I was still a kid and my grandpa owned this circuit, then we used to have Lotus 79s driving here. But nowadays it's F1 cars that we have here, and we all come here and we make a lot of noise and flares and a lot of orange stuff and just usual stuff.
The orange.
Yeah.
I can't imagine which driver that you're supporting. I'll take a guess. Maybe it's Lewis Hamilton?
Yes. It did great for our sales, so it's. We have the Boo meringue, and it's selling greatly now in our French shop.
Oh dear. Right, so looks like Wight's avoided the curse so far that has plagued the McLaren boys.
Oh, now you've done it.
I'm sure I'll be fine. There's no such thing as commentator's curse. Yeah, he's got Stott behind him, who's not in the same split, although he may believe he is, given that Stott went out in Club 1500 qualifying.
Have you ever known Stott to not see car in front, chase car in front?
Well, that's true, but if Chris is aware of where Stott is, then he'll just let him pass, won't he? If he isn't, he may fight him.
Commentator's curse and Stott behind sounds like I can already predict that it's going to end. But, we'll give it a few laps.
Oh, Kelly here is just waiting to see what happens, I guess. I'm waiting for Lee to pull away from Messenger, but he's not, is he? So they're doing the 25-1, 25-2. Line is matching that pace. New fastest lap for Club 1500 for Chris, 26-1.
I mean, wouldn't you drive fast as well with Stott in your mirrors?
I couldn't possibly say. Do you like his livery? Very nice. Very nice Wizard's livery.
He's a little bit of a cannon, I can recall.
Which incident are you speaking of specifically, Ray?
I can only remember I don't remember incident with Stott. I just remember the incident that you're still waiting for an apology of. Do you think one day that apology might come?
We never know.
Never say never, right?
I wouldn't hold out. I wouldn't hold out too much hope. I'd hold out about as much hope as I am holding out of Gareth's trophy arriving.
Winchlade had just been off the track there, I saw him flash up in red, so that has allowed. I was going to say Malaren to get past, but Malaren had already got past, I did not. So has Malaren been off the road as well?
Right, Kelly wants to go at Stott here. Maybe using the advantage of Stott thinking he's in Club 1500 there.
Yeah, nicely executed move into the big block.
Oh, that was the small block.
Alright.
It's the Tarzan no Jane.
Was it the block?
No, it's the Tarzan no Jane bocht.
Ah, okay.
So it's more bot than bot.
Bocht.
Okay.
Bot.
So who's Rob Slotmaker bot? Turn 5.
It's turn 6. It's slow to mark.
Ruben's off the road in other news. And stopped on the track. Stuff is back up to speed and moving again now. What do we think?
I'm sorry, I was looking at track map and it's lying to me.
Speaking of, what do we think of the circuit to drive?
I love it. I think it's excellent. What suits this car anyway, it's just fast and flowing. You got a bit of camber in some of the corners to really help you slingshot around them.
It's definitely a nice track, and I think it will be. I hope they retain it once the update comes out, and we get to drive both the classic version and the revamped version. But looking very much forward to the new version as well.
Has there much change between now and then?
They tried to make half of the track into an oval. That's pretty much what. like the last corner.
Oh yeah, the final corner's much more banged in.
Would be good for Hoogveen though.
I feel like T1's probably a bit more cambered as well now, is it? With the bit more run up on the outside, like a wider corner. And on a postcard. Anyway.
Well, driving that, hopefully that is, yeah. I don't see any sign of Chris letting him stop past you.
No, well, I mean, what Chris doesn't want to have happen is let's stop by and then slowly fall back into the clutches of the rest of the clubbers, so whatever there's a buffer between.
True. He's got a 6-second gap over Martel. That's quite a considerable gap. And he's battling with Mannanen, so yeah, I would say that Chris has got it in hand at the moment.
Yeah, it's just that danger. You can easily lose a second or two being overtaken.
Very true. And old teammates are getting close there behind him, Stott and Malaren. As Dave sets a personal best, pace at the front, still in the low 25s. Personal best from Malaren. Stott's obviously giving him a nice tow there. Yeah, you can see the second and third for clubbers there in the background. This is the first race for Mannanen. Probably butchering that pronunciation there. I suppose after the race you can also just go and see, right? Because this is a track amongst the sand dunes.
It's really close by. It's just after these dunes, behind these dunes probably.
Is it not Dutch tradition to have a swim on New Year's Day?
It is, definitely.
It's a tradition here too, but I don't do it because I don't want to freeze.
I may low-key wish that one Dutch person...
Stops having to go into the chicane here. Oh, and they touch. And that's for Wight into the gravel there.
Will he retain the lead of...
Will he retain his lead? Here comes Martel.
That's a no.
No, he's going to get him, isn't he? How frustrating.
Looks like Stott was waiting as well, because I'd expect him a few more seconds up the road, look. Yeah, he's letting Martel past. Is he going to let... Has not let Wight pass. When he called him Forrester. There's a replay from Malaren's point of view. What happened here? Felt like he got a bit squeezed by Wight there, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced Sam was making that corner. Sort of looked like the contact slowed him down a little bit, but yeah, but 6-1 half dozen another, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, what you'd want to do in that situation is let him make that move and then retake him as he goes off the corner.
Yeah, 100% open the door, watch him go off into gravel by himself and then get on your merry way, but hindsight and all that.
It looked like he was having a go there at Martel as well.
Right, Miller went off into scenery again there. Oh, that's very sideways to save it. See him wiggling all over the place.
I think it's fair to say Hoogeveen is not enjoying this car this season, is he?
I mean, I don't think he's been putting 600 laps of practice into each track, so...
I think that's because he doesn't like the car.
There could definitely not be a bigger difference between last season and this season, but let's hope we bounce back in the next one.
I wonder if maybe in a way it just feels like mission accomplished, so... What more is there?
Oh, Kelly looks like he's been off the track. Yeah, you do get that when you... Oh, there's more in the track in the background as well, look.
Kelly started a trend.
Martel's off, so
Stott's
Wight's back
off.
into the...
Martel's off. Has that been
Stott.
contact?
Yeah.
Has Stott now seen to the Club 1500 leader twice?
Well, there he is, so I would say that the chances are high to yes. Well, that's let Wight back into the lead, though. Mannanen has gone with him.
He's
So
just
Stott
playing
has
club leader
regressed.
bingo at this point.
I think, yeah, he's playing with them, isn't he?
have damage.
Yeah, Martel just saying on the radio he's got damage to his to Piussi there, his teammate.
That's suboptimal.
Stott is off again.
I mean,
Roberto Costa, not really seen him so far.
that kind of makes sense from Stott having not raced for so long. So it looks like a classic. The tyres are fried and he's still trying to push, and it's just getting worse and worse for him.
He's looking for the reverse gear now.
Yes.
Found the tow button instead.
Looks like he didn't find it as he's towed.
Yeah. So job for Stott, so we'll see what happened.
Oh, yeah. It's just too hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sort of seemed to arrive from a different postcode, and then again, I don't think it was making sense. See what started the trend of crashing in the Big Bock turn 1?
Now that would be a classic can't get the car to shift down and shed the speed issue.
Fortunately for Kelly, slightly less significant than what happened behind him there, but yeah, 3 cars off in one corner in very quick succession.
So, can Martel hold on until the pit stops? They should be in the next 5 or so laps.
Yeah, I mean, he said over the radio he's got damage, but Piussi doesn't really seem to be catching. Oh, lifted very early then.
Yeah, they shouldn't really need to do much fuel saving here.
Yeah, is that just his,
if any at
he's
all.
happy to sit, or do you think that was fuel saving?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's let the gap open a long way though, if it was just sort of playing it safe for now.
Messenger is closing in on Lee at the front. Kelly just did a personal best into the low 125s as well. Looking at the difference, it seems always there's about a second between top split and Club 1500 in their fastest laps. So at least that's mostly right. I say Martel and Piussi definitely are fighting with Wight and Forrester.
Well,
so there's no massive domination this season as we see Zeph recovering. Fortunately, there's no higher split for Lee.
Well, he's still on track, look, here he is, out in front. Yeah, like you say, Messenger's keeping him honest throughout.
Those risky boys, they'll drive anything, won't they? The wheels off anything, I should say.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Just need the rest of them to come back and join us soon.
Yeah, although we just released the Silly Season Round 6 video. I think there was 2 or 3 of them in that, making themselves known for all the wrong reasons.
Classic turkery.
Have you watched that yet?
I'm halfway through it, yeah.
It's worth a watch. So Messenger will be struggling here with dirty air from Nicola's car.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's
trying to get as close as possible.
Surprised he's been able to stay so close, because tyres cooking, pace drops off, gap opens up generally.
You've got that nice sea breeze, you see.
That's the thing.
And
Line is keeping touch with them as well, only 3 seconds back.
Must say, it's definitely a very nice helmet that Messenger is using.
I still think he should have a turkey on it.
That will be an improvement.
See, finally he's managed to get his number on his car. It only took half the season. Lee deciding he needs to defend or try and break the toe there. As he puts in a personal best.
Fastest lap.
I would guess that means that Messenger has the fastest lap.
Yeah, I say fastest lap
Piussi off
points
somewhere.
to think about as well, as yeah.
True, yeah.
That's a shame for Piussi then, dropped off the back of his teammate.
Yeah, that's allowed Costa past.
Now, I've been trying not to say anything, but Bernard, did we put you in the shower after we found out the bins? Because it's starting to smell a bit funny now, actually.
You can throw me into the sea after the race.
Okay.
I was going to say, actually, I noticed Wight wasn't in the lead anymore, and I'm guessing this is why. Easily done on that corner. A little bit too early on the power.
I thought it was White's name that
So-
I'd seen as an off-track to begin with, and then when you said Piussi, I just thought I couldn't read.
I think Piussi went off afterwards. But, yeah, that's it's a debut for Mannanen. He's leading the Club 1500 split.
Nice job. As the master of the spreadsheets, you might be able to tell us who the few debutant winners have been in the league.
Gareth is the one that retains that knowledge.
Ah,
I mean, Kelly won the first race, so he is a debutant winner. He won the pre-season race as well, so. Batty, I believe, won on debut. Stephen Batty.
Probably
And beyond that, I don't recall.
probably Charles as well.
Charles, there was also, in the F3, I forget the name. Superfast Alien.
Jordan Johnson get the debut.
Yeah, did Jordan Johnson? Bart Daleman, definitely. And then there was another Gavin. Bart Daleman won on his debut. But I think he realised he might have found it a bit easy, so he didn't continue. So Scott is in the pit stopped, as is Maxwell.
Yeah, I think both are retired. I think.
Guess they're not coming out again.
No.
And Zeph also has given up. That was recently, that was only a lap ago.
Yeah, we saw him recovering from an off-track and presumably got a bit of damage after the tangle at the start, so maybe already used his fast repair.
Yeah, this is getting closer here.
Yeah, definitely.
Gap is under 3/10 now.
We saw Lee.
Which has been your favourite colour for Nick Lee's car? Because obviously they're not the same colour.
Oh, they're the
I
same
like
colour,
this red
haven't
one.
they? This blue one that isn't today. They've all been blue, right?
Yeah, it's all different shades of blue.
I wonder if he'll go golden if he wins the championship.
Oh yeah, that's quite the possibility. Get the pot of gold.
Yes.
Or maybe it'd be leprechaun green. Shamrocks all over the car. And there's who being lapped. Last season's champion.
He's just cashing in his retirement money, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just putting some extra
Just
seasons
driving
money in
for,
the
like,
pot.
the appearance fee.
Yeah, exactly.
Needs to show off the number one until he needs to give it back again.
Although, having said that, there was talk of a champion of champions race to decide the number one going forward.
Yeah, that would be good if we could get enough of the champions to make a good event.
Have you ever tried herding cats?
Yeah, I do regularly. So yeah, that will be no different. I expect it to be extremely painful. But I've had some say that they will try and make it, so we'll see. Current off-season plan is to have a Champion of Champions event and to give silly season a break. That'd be nice, won't it? You won't have to think about silly season for a bit.
No more clown
A
show.
bit more time to test things. The clowns will be back.
Leave them in the box where
Definitely.
they belong.
What's happened with Winslade? He's in the pits. There's a lot of people in the pits because we have entered the pit window. Costa has a penalty for speeding in the pits.
That must be on the way out as well, if that's only 15 seconds. Me and my team might have found out the hard way that you get less of a penalty if you speed on the way out than the way in, right? Because you have to drive through as well.
I think iRacing doesn't tell you in the incidents, right? So it just tells you 15 seconds regardless. But yeah, we know it's 40 seconds on the way in.
Yeah, but even if you get it on speeding the way out, it will tell you 40 seconds. But when you stop, it suddenly jumps to 15. It's...
Alright, cheer into the pits and into the wall and into the cone.
Into the pits, quite literally.
And passes to Kelly, and Kelly puts it in the net.
Sure probably practiced this and figured out this was the fastest way to enter the pit lane.
I'm sure he did, yes.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't need that in suspension anymore, does he?
I'm sorry to Editor John for trying to deal with that.
Well, he's retained his lead over Kelly. I noticed that Messenger was maybe a bit slow because the gaps opened up at the front, but yeah, battle resumes.
Maybe Quick Nick with the extra races experience this season has just been doing a bit of lift and coast on the way. Maybe didn't need quite as much fuel to put in.
Maybe. Well, you would have thought Messenger following could have lifted off every now and again. Just use the toe.
I don't know if that's a Messenger style, is it?
True, yeah, I guess. They're always finding that extra 6 tenths.
Yes. Although
Wight has retaken the lead from Madden there. He jumped him in the pits.
Kelly a bit sideways on the power there.
Yeah, it's very easy to do around this corner.
Oh, the whole thing's covered in sand, isn't it? So.
Yes. You really got to attack this chicane. When you practice, it's a case of finding which chicanes your wing doesn't like, because obviously at Zolder there were quite a few curbs that broke the wing. You see here, that one is okay.
Imagine if the car wasn't made out of paper.
Look up for Malarin.
Glorious screaming engines.
Love the undulations here. He sounds so good, don't you?
Can you imagine if you came to the track on like a test day, as you see Winslade's pit entry, Malarin 2.0?
Oh.
Another cone victim.
Cheer was off the throttle.
Yeah, Malarin seemed to be much sort of less aggressive on the way in, but still missed from the fence.
I think I may have answered that. I think he actually was out of fuel. Or almost out of fuel there.
What, so maybe clutched on the way in and then lost the deceleration from the engine braking?
Yeah. That's Marin having another excursion.
Yeah, that's only the turf for the 4th time, so it's still below the average.
It's got a few more corners to try it on. Yeah, I'm not sure how Malarin managed to run out of fuel. No one else seems to be struggling. Maybe he's got an extra 5% you can push the throttle in.
I think he does in that USF.
Winslade has gone red. And there he be. He seems okay.
Yeah, so he seemed harmless enough as Martel's going to get past him there. Ooh. I thought he'd cut across then. I thought we were about to have a plane crash.
We've got top split and clubs 1500 mirroring each other as they often do. 2 seconds back to second and another 10 seconds back to third. Oh, Martel has also gone off.
Oh, that's a bent car. Oh, that's a really bent car.
That is a crabber. Yeah, that's not right.
And he already said he had damage before the pits, so has probably used his fast repair.
Yeah, I think he would have fixed his front wing in the pits.
This might hurt Martel.
So what happened here?
Oh.
Yeah. Into the barrier.
I'd say it seems like an unreasonable amount of damage, but then I guess if you throw a paper aeroplane at a wall at 30 miles an hour, then it would crumple a bit, so...
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky with this car. Sometimes it falls apart if you look at it.
Damage roulette.
Indeed.
It was really impressive at Long Beach and what this car can endure.
They did survive quite a lot of taps at Long Beach, although there were so many taps that by the end there wasn't many cars.
We're about to see our third victim into the pit wall there.
Oh, Bernard, do you think anybody else went into the pit wall there?
Well, but judging by his luck, Hoogeveen probably. No, I think 2 people hitting the cone is already enough.
Is enough. You don't think there'll be any more?
We need to take into account the safety of the marshals that have to replace those cones every single time that somebody decides to kick it out.
It's quite a dangerous job. You're right. Replacing that cone. It's right in the firing line.
Speaking of danger to the marshals, we see Hoogeveen with a penalty for too many incidents, so he's been to see too many of the marshals this race. Now he must pay for his sins.
Well,
And
you wear the number
he's
one.
in the pit again, so he's probably out. Or it might indeed be his drive-through. That's correct.
The blob doesn't look to be moving on the track back there, so...
Maybe he's having a cup of tea.
Yeah. Grabbing a beverage for the rest of his laps around this sandy roller coaster. See Kelly getting very close on the brakes.
Yeah, Kelly looks faster, but it's a case of where can you pass, or where can he pass? Miller has also just went red.
Has stopped, there he is. Maybe a half spin, the amount of time that he went red, and how quickly he got back up to speed. I'm sure we'll see a replay. Quite a lonely race for Miller this one, line for that matter, so Messenger is slowly closing lead back in. Yeah, it was 2.5 last time I remember to look. As we see Kelly, he's got the run here.
Are we finally
Just
going to
about
see the
getting
move
an
here?
overlap. Outside the camber should help Kelly a bit on the outside, but Malarin, nope, slams the door, says no chance.
Yep, Kelly will have to try again.
You would at least expect him to give it back after what we saw in the last race.
Well, he seems to delight in denying Kelly.
Assassin by name.
Toeradist.
Especially...
Oh!
And he...
Is Malarin waiting for him there?
Does seem to be the
Oh,
case,
well,
yes.
Was he just enjoying the battle, or does Malarin somehow think that was his fault?
Oh, that's strike 3.
Maybe I should go play the lottery when I get out of here.
Malarin has indeed waited for Kelly, so either was quite enjoying the battle or somehow feels responsible.
He just doesn't want to start again from the pit lane.
I think it sounded like he dropped down 2 gears into that corner, and that is not what you need to do.
Probably dodging a visit to the stewards with his telemetry.
Well, either way, battle is back on.
So Messenger with the fastest lap at the moment, you'd probably expect even as the cars get lighter, the tyres are probably too fried to go any faster towards the end. Unless Messenger can start to pick up... Well, I guess if Messenger picks up the toe, he's only going to beat his own time, so... Probably predict that it's out of reach for Lee now to get the fastest lap.
Possibly. It is Nick Lee.
Yes.
But, yeah, Messenger does seem to have the pace here. He has dragged that gap down from 2.5 to 1.4 after the pit stops. Wight is only 2 seconds ahead of Manuel as well, so race on for Club 1500 as well. And here we can see the progress. About a tenth of a second a lap, although lap 24 he gained nearly half a second, so perhaps there was some traffic involved or something there. Is he going to catch him by the end? That's the question. Tenth of a second a
9
lap.
laps to go. Will be close.
Will be indeed.
6/10 a corner, you mean?
Well, you only need to do that in the last
yeah,
corner.
of course.
You can't do it all the time.
Loving that sweeping shot of the sand dune there. This series replicating the GT3s in our environmental conservation, showing the scenery on the way past. Lovely trees in the
pretty
GT3,
track.
lovely sand in the Lotus. Oh, lovely fence in that shot.
It's a lovely billboards.
Do you remember the TCR race when it was
Right.
lovely Portaloo? Anyway.
Right, no collision this time.
I missed that series. Bring it back.
Just make it a Clio Cup this time.
No, I'm not buying that thing. Whoa, McLaren very sideways.
It's got to get him. It's got to follow him closely for this last two fast corners. His best shot is going to be on the straight.
Yeah, get the slingshot out. Well, we saw them go side by side into the first corner a few laps ago.
Indeed.
Kelly
How many
definitely
laps
knows
has-
where. Go on, Bernard, sorry.
For how many laps has this battle already been going on? It feels like it's the entire race.
Before the pit stops.
White's off track.
Yeah.
White's off track.
White's
Oh, he's a
off.
long way off track.
Oh no! He was leading for most of the 27 laps.
I saw the marker go
Hands the
red.
lead to
and
Mannanen.
we cut to the shot. Just as he made contact. And he is stationary.
That is a big shame.
They might get again a day we do it for minimum.
That could be indeed the case. He has a 24-second lead over Piussi.
Kelly just looks like he's in predator mode here. Just looks to be able to place his car a bit more where he wants to. Oh!
Half lap, you would.
Some say that isn't where Malari wanted to place his car just there.
He looked under a lot of pressure there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we've seen a few cars go around at that corner. As White makes it back into the pits. Does he have a fast repair is the question. And there's a replay of Miller.
So that's when we saw him go
Yeah,
right before.
just didn't fancy doing that corner. Here is a replay. Yep, he just went wide and couldn't save it. That's a shame.
That's like that horrible feeling
So
which
he's come out.
seemed to be exclusive, you might remember, to the TCR, where you put a wheel on the grass and then it just slowly just sucked you further and further away from the track. Like, no, let me
Yes.
back!
Yeah, there was just an inevitability and nothing you could do about it there. He's come out in front of his teammate, so battling for the last position on the podium and the McLaren boys once again. And Messenger really has closed up. It wasn't 10 laps, it was 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, I wonder what might have been if
Nicola
Messenger
Lee.
could have made more races this season.
Sorry, who?
If Messenger had been able to make more rounds.
I think, yeah, there would have been probably more winners. Or maybe different winners. He may have stolen some more wins off Kelly and Line, but yeah, he's certainly threatening Nicola Lee here. I wonder if he'll make the next few rounds. And we should hopefully see Reece Crichton back as well, who was like kind of the whole reason this series was run before he went off to do training in trains.
Choo-choo.
These cars kind of drive like a train, so it's okay.
I know some might think that if they're not like on top of the car. But
If anyone does think that, then they need to spend the next few laps in a GT3.
I will say that the slow speed, yes, it takes a while to get used to the fact that it's got tiny wheels and therefore won't turn, but once you get up to speed, the downforce makes up for it.
Or maybe Bernard was saying that it's actually on rails, this car.
Oh yeah, that could be what he was saying.
Looking at Lee and Messenger, definitely. Apparently the Wizards just blew all their budget last season in testing days, and there was no budget for rails this season.
Yeah, too much.
Well, you know, going to testing day, you got to get a hotel, you got to get all of the catering.
We
No,
know
if
about
you're
these
doing
teams
600
that,
laps, you don't need a hotel, you just stay in the car.
We know about these teams that overspend on the budget to win a championship, don't we? So.
Ooh. Yes, we do. As a personal best for Miller, he's into the 24s. Joining Lee and Messenger. So, Messenger has the same problem Kelly did, as in that you've got to get close, and it's quite difficult to. As Kelly also joins them in the 24s. And he fancied his chances today, but that start he had kind of put paid to it.
Messenger's car behaviour, just like Kelly a few laps ago, just looks to be able to put his car a bit more where he wants to, which is a surprise to me because I expected the following car would be getting a bit hot by now. But actually it looks like Lee that's starting to slide, and Messenger just looks like he's, you know, just target acquired, basically.
He does, yeah. I think sometimes, yeah, the cars will follow. It depends on the track, the conditions, and the driving style. He's definitely been following for a long time.
Yeah, this can be a spicy little finale here. Messenger's done a great job to close the gap here. Has Messenger just phased his tyres in a bit better through the whole race, or is it a case of starting to show the nose, or is it just a case of Lee just took his foot off the gas a little bit after the pit stop and now he's paying the price for it?
I don't think Lee knows really how to go slow. You would have thought he would have seen that gap coming down and put his foot back on it, if that was the case. I don't know. And the Messenger didn't do any practice beforehand, so he doesn't know how the tyres are behaving here or anything, so he's just going fast. And it seems to be that his driving style is preserving those tyres.
See how
Much tighter line into that corner. And traffic also is coming up, so that may be an opportunity. Can he maintain the gap round these last two?
Is it LoA in the corner?
I think it's Winslade.
Hopefully we'll see them coming.
Who's Winslade, who's never had any controversy when being lapped. I'm sorry, no, he's had all the controversy when being lapped. Sorry, Bear. That win was yours. It was manipulated, man. So Miller puts in the fastest lap of the race, so he's found his pace, some 32 laps into the race. That's an impressive 24-7.
What do you reckon? Odds on. How's this going to play out?
It's a toss-up, isn't it?
I'm just going to put my money
Okay,
on
let's-
Messenger.
certainly on current sort of car body language, I'd have to say the same thing. Lee was a little bit sideways on the power coming out the previous corner there as well. Just a bit like we saw with Malaren when he was being chased by Kelly.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's probably got one shot, given how many laps are left. If it goes wrong, then it's going to take too long to regroup.
Yes.
So if he gets one shot at it, he's going to have to make it work. This lap and 2 more to go.
Cue up your favourite M&M track then for Messenger's one shot, one opportunity. Look how close he is.
Personal best for Line, meanwhile. Almost beating Miller. Yeah, he's pushing him around the track here.
The all-important question, do Lotus 79's bump draft?
Well, he's going to go for it. He doesn't want a bump draft.
Around
looking.
the outside on Schijfblank. It's brave.
That was super brave.
Fantastic racing from these two. That was great.
Absolutely enjoying this.
Oh no!
Oh no! How many guys has that corner taken out today? That's a big shame, because I think there could have been another opportunity there. I think that you may have got a second shot.
Yeah, it's just that iRacing tyre model thing, isn't it? Where you push to do a bit of aggressive side-by-siding, it heats the tyres, and then the next time you want to do anything, they say, you know what? No, I don't think I'm going to let you do that.
So that's pressure off on Nick Lee now. Meanwhile, Messenger is falling back a bit into the clutches of Line. You must be wondering if there's anybody else in this race. I haven't really seen anybody.
He does like a good hot lap, does Dave, doesn't he? So he won't have been too disappointed with how he's...
But you'd think he'd want the fastest lap then.
Yes, true.
Maybe he can take it in the next 2 laps.
Maybe he'll drop back behind his teammate for the toe, to then steal the fastest lap from him.
Maybe. 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7 from Kelly. Is that not what Miller's fastest lap was? So Kelly must have been very close to fastest lap himself there.
Yeah, I think there's a few people on 24/7 now.
So here is your Club 1500 leader then.
Here's... Yeah.
There's half a circuit between him and second place. It's Piussi that's, I'd say, chasing him down, but...
But yeah, you can't make up 20 seconds in a corner.
No. As Forrester's gone
Forrester has gone off. Yeah, up in the gravel.
And Costa's on.
And Costa. And Manninen's off. And speeding in the pits for Aaron.
Oh!
Okay, Manninen is not... Yeah, that's not good. That's terminal. By the
From
looks
the
of.
lead. What?
Okay, we need a replay
Earth
of
has
that,
happened?
because that looks like those two got involved. Wow. That car did some weird stuff there.
Oh no.
Ah. No.
From the lead of the
From
race. Oh.
He wasn't even pushing. He was feathering the throttle to allow himself time to choose a side. And that was pretty light into the barrier, but it seems to have killed the car.
Paper airplane car strikes again.
Getting some Phillip Island flashbacks.
That apology's coming.
It will.
Meanwhile, around the final corner, with a massive lead in the end compared to how close the racing was, Nick Lee takes the win.
sigh of relief, I imagine, from him as Messenger sets her fastest lap on the last lap of the race, so his tyres must have come back in there. A lonely third for Line.
Yeah, but stayed out of trouble.
A lonely fourth for Miller.
Stayed out of trouble for Line, which he'll appreciate,
Indeed.
I'm sure.
Eric steals the Club 1500 win. Very last lap.
And nearly donut straight into the barrier. Good save. Let's try again.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Great battle between these two.
Yeah, that was some great racing. As they went side by side through the sand dunes, that was, yeah, really good to watch.
It was lovely to watch. Good race.
So the results: Nicola Lee taking the win in the end from Messenger in second. David Lyon finishing the podium. And then we had Miller and Kelly. Malaren wins Slade. Eric Piussi taking the win in Club 1500 on the very last lap as Mannanen fell to fourth position. Nico Martel, who's been on the top step the last few races, finishing down there in, what was that, sixth? And yeah, Marion Hugevin, Sam Stott, Stephen Maxwell probably wanted to forget this race. And we'll look in a moment at the standings, I believe.
This was that magic moment.
That was indeed. Holding my breath here, and yeah, Nicola Lee extends his lead over David Lyon at the top, almost 100 points between them. Kelly in third, Malaren in fourth, and Messenger jumps up 5 positions with that second place into fifth. Winslade in sixth. Hugevin, despite hating the car, in seventh. So, you know, he's doing, what was that, he's about halfway in the field. Let's have a look at the teams. Well, A team could do it. Depends if Miller and Lyon can get a few races together at the end and score some good solid points. But yeah, it's at the moment Nick Lee's to lose for the NGP powered by Volvo team. Risky Ram overtaking Airwolf as Nathan Parker is absent as well.
Incidentally, I think if Messenger hadn't raced today with a 2-3 for the A team, they'd probably taken the lead there, wouldn't they? But a 3-4 instead. Didn't give them it.
Indeed. And yeah, this is looking a bit more interesting and close. Probably any of those top 4, I would say, could have a shot here. But McLaren are going to have to get onto the top step if they want to make that a reality. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously championships are won with consistency, but you need to be consistently towards the top. And yeah, I think they need that top step. Either one of them.
Indeed, yeah. And maybe if one of them gets chosen, like whoever's first next, maybe the other one supports them. But in the championship for the teams as well, again, Necromancy and McLaren, it's going to be one of those two. Everybody else is fighting for third. Shame that Team Heap Together has been affected by the load shedding in South Africa. We haven't seen them for a few races. And yeah, Keith dragging Sandy Squirrel around into fifth on his own. Well, I enjoyed that. There was some good action in that race, and it's a great track. I love the undulation. Next round is Monza, Italy. So, yeah, they'll probably all die into T1, I'm sure.
All combined with the oval, right?
Well, I tried that, but they were boring and didn't want to.
Overrule it. Overrule them. They don't know what they're talking about.
I guess I'm not going to be here, so I could just do that and run. But yeah, it's Monza next. The high-speed circuit.
That'll be carnage, I'm sure.
Yeah, most likely. Anyway, you can find us on Discord, YouTube, Facebook, apparently, our website, which will be updated soon.
Instagram.
Yeah, indeed, and Instagram probably. Take care, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for joining.
Last time, Bernard. Bye.
Bye, it was great fun. Thanks for having me, and I'll jump in the sea right now.